The sun rose over Sunnyvale Adventure Park, a beloved staple in suburban Ohio, where roller coasters and cotton candy drew families from across the Midwest. On this vibrant spring Saturday, the park buzzed with an extra layer of anticipation. A special event, organized by the Wishbright Foundation, promised a day of magic for children battling life-threatening illnesses. The air was thick with hope, but as the morning unfolded, a single voice would threaten to unravel the joy, sparking a confrontation that would linger in the hearts of everyone present. By 8 a.m., the park's entrance was alive with families, volunteers, and staff preparing for a wheelchair procession to honor the Wishbright children. Bright banners fluttered, and volunteers in teal shirts moved with purpose, ensuring every detail was perfect. The children, some in wheelchairs adorned with stars and ribbons, radiated excitement despite their medical challenges. Parents, weary from hospital visits, smiled with cautious relief, grateful for a day of normalcy. The crowd parted respectfully as the procession began, led by a small band playing a cheerful tune. Applause rippled through the air, a testament to the community's shared purpose. Among the crowd was Margaret Thompson, a sharply dressed woman in her early 50s, pushing a stroller with her 4-year-old grandson, Ethan. Margaret had planned a carefree day at the park, but the bustling entrance and slow-moving procession grated on her nerves. Her crisp blouse and polished loafers stood out against the casual attire of the volunteers, and her tight expression betrayed her impatience. As she maneuvered through the crowd, her frustration boiled over. "This is absurd," she muttered, loud enough for nearby families to hear. "I've got a stroller too. Why are they blocking the way?" Margaret's words cut through the warm atmosphere like a cold wind. She pushed forward, tapping shoulders and demanding to pass. "Excuse me, I need to get through," she snapped, her voice sharp with entitlement. A volunteer, Sarah Miller, gently explained that the procession was a scheduled event for children with serious illnesses, asking for patience. Margaret scoffed. "I'm a grandmother. My grandson needs to enjoy his day too. This crowd is overwhelming for us." Her tone suggested her needs trumped all others, and her words drew disapproving glances from the crowd. The procession continued, with children waving proudly, but Margaret's complaints grew louder. "This is a public park," she declared, crossing her arms. "I have every right to move freely." Her voice carried a sting, and when she referred to the children as those sick kids, a hush fell over the crowd. Parents in the procession winced, their joy dimmed by her callousness. A father, holding his daughter's hand, whispered reassurances to her, shielding her from the tension. The moment was a stark reminder of how cruelty could intrude on even the most sacred occasions. Sarah, the volunteer, tried to de-escalate, her voice calm but firm. "These children have fought so hard to be here. Please, let's give them this moment." But Margaret was unmoved, her face flushed with indignation. "I'm not here for speeches. Clear the path." Her defiance sparked murmurs of outrage. A bystander, Linda Carter, spoke up. "This day is for these kids. We should be celebrating, not complaining." Another guest, holding his son's hand, added, "These children deserve respect." The crowd's solidarity grew, a quiet force rallying around the children. The tension peaked as park security, led by Officer Daniel Hayes, approached. His calm demeanor contrasted with Margaret's agitation. "Ma'am, this event honors children with serious conditions," he said. "We need to ensure their safety." Margaret doubled down, insisting the park was failing families like hers. Her words, dripping with self-importance, clashed with the crowd's cheers for the procession, creating a jarring dissonance. The scene teetered on the edge of chaos, with volunteers forming a protective line around the children, their smiles unwavering despite the disruption. At this critical moment, Ellen Brooks, a Wishbright volunteer, stepped forward. Her voice, soft yet authoritative, carried the weight of experience. She shared stories of the children, tales of hospital stays, painful treatments, and unyielding courage. "Imagine what this day means to them," she said, her eyes meeting Margaret's. "It's a chance to feel like kids again." The crowd listened, some wiping tears, as Ellen's words painted a vivid picture of resilience. For a moment, Margaret's defensive posture softened, a flicker of doubt crossing her face. Reluctantly, Margaret stepped aside, allowing the procession to continue. The crowd erupted in applause, the joyful noise drowning out the earlier discord. The children, sensing the shift, waved with renewed enthusiasm, their faces glowing. Volunteers and families exchanged hugs, the park's magic restored. Margaret watched silently, her grandson tugging at her sleeve, pointing to a boy in a wheelchair laughing with a balloon. The sight stirred something in her, and she bent down to whisper, "We'll come back for them next time, Ethan." As the procession entered the park manager Robert Evans approached Margaret. His tone was warm, not accusatory. He offered brochures about Wishbright, inviting her to learn more about the children's stories. Margaret accepted them with a hesitant nod, her earlier defiance giving way to quiet reflection. Later, Ellen, the volunteer, shared more stories with her, describing a girl who'd spent months in chemo yet dreamed of riding a carousel. Margaret listened, her eyes softening as she began to see the children not as obstacles, but as heroes. The day unfolded with laughter and wonder. Children rode rides, posed for photos, and forged bonds with families who shared their struggles. The park became a tapestry of hope, its bright lights a beacon of inclusion. Margaret, though still apart from the festivities, watched with new eyes. Her initial outburst faded into the background, overshadowed by the community's compassion. As dusk settled, the final group photo captured a mosaic of smiles, a symbol of unity that transcended differences. Margaret lingered as families said their goodbyes. She approached Ellen, her voice low but sincere. "I was wrong to act that way," she said. "Seeing these kids, it's opened my eyes." Ellen smiled, her warmth a bridge across the earlier divide. "We all learn," she replied. "Today was about them, and you helped make it special by listening." Margaret nodded, clutching the brochures, a quiet promise to carry the lesson forward. As the park's lights twinkled, the Wishbright team gathered for farewells, their hugs a testament to the day's impact. Margaret and Ethan left quietly, her stroller no longer a symbol of frustration, but a reminder of shared humanity. The day had been a triumph of empathy over entitlement, a proof that kindness could prevail even in the face of selfishness. For the children, it was a day of dreams fulfilled. For Margaret, it was the start of a journey toward understanding a realization that the greatest gift is to step aside and celebrate others. What do you think about Margaret's actions and the crowd's response? How do you view moments of injustice or cruelty in everyday life? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Do you believe empathy can overcome selfishness, or are some divides too deep? Let's discuss what these moments teach us about compassion and community.